Okay, we have the Statue of Liberty on the screen, and at the dawn, and here's the Statue of Liberty in all the different continents, and here's the New Millennium Golden Rule linking to the website, and here is the Marvelous Miraculous Gathering Place, our virtual virtuous gathering place. And let's play our important recording. Okay, here we are.
And then she said she couldn't be the maid for everybody. Did you tell her that? That's when she came back and started to sell again with the golden center. Her Oma was to camp her children there. She didn't return it, so it was just to get along, have enough to eat. She was careful, very careful. And there was a sister, Clara.
And I may make the rounds of the women in our family the next day or two and play this on their phones. I just play that around, go around to Robin and make a special effort to connect you to that important intergenerational moment here. I think I will do that. And I ask God as God, again, if you have anything happens that's difficult or occurs, that it only be an epiphany and that you not be taken. And that we can continue to work on opening the stargates and having eternal life on this and all our planets. I believe we can do it. Okay? Now, let's do our ceremony. Now, I believe the light is always on in everyone's hearts. I don't believe it ever completely goes out. Even when people are making terrible errors, it doesn't completely go out. If there's someone around who has the big light, which I do, it may be that you just need to fall further into your darkness to see how you like it. And then you'll have a little motivation to pull out of the darkness and come back toward the light. So let's hope so. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible. And we'll say, Namaste, mitakuye oyasin, mitakuye kosegral. Kongstom Pax, Compax Culture, Tubes Celeric, Celeric Tubesk, Bahava L'chaim Shalom Salam Soul, Soul Salam Shalom, Mir Pachi, Pachi Mir. I think I said Tubes Celeric, Celeric Tubesk, Ubuntu, Merci, Buenos Dias, Ciao, Shlantavag, Das Vidanya, Chinque, Chop Chop, Sayonara, and Sayonara, and good day, and cheerio. And if I've forgotten any languages you want to include, you include more. Let's say this again. Let's love and live eternally young, longest, and prosper all, both in each and every one now and as soon as possible, as equinox true cues of the Milky Ways of solar lights, marvelous, miraculously budding and blooming. Co-Secretary General, Supposed for House, past, present, future. Okay, equinox true cues, and we'll drink the milk of human kindness now. When someone hasn't had attention to the loss of milk, of human kindness that they had as a baby for many years. It may be hard for them to access that part of their personality that would have felt the need for milk and enjoyed sharing it and giving it and receiving it. I hope that we can assist everyone here, even though you are all cutting yourself off from the milk. I'm going to keep giving it to all the people that I can think of, and I think I will even call some of the more difficult ones because I think, well, I'm not quite sure. If my sister doesn't reach out to me, it's hard for me. There's another person on our family tree who I think is influenced by my sister not reaching out to me and my aunt not reaching out to me. And as long as the people who are closest to me do not reach out to me, even if I reach out to her, it falls into the same pattern of it being ignored. It doesn't do much good. It's being ignored. So I'm not quite sure what to do, but I will say that I do love and care about Diana. Diana is the person who's most in the dark in our family. I love and care about her. I think about her. I think about her mother. I think about all of the families that's connected there. And I do stay in touch with her daughter and her mother-in-law, who is directly on our line. So I don't want to give anyone the impression that I'm leaving her out. She isn't left out. And also there's another person, Donna, who I have no contact with, no knowledge of how to reach, who's very important in terms of the bloodline of our family, and no way to reach her in terms of raise children, grandchildren, no way to reach her. So all we can do is just let them know we love them and continue to wait for the women to understand the importance of this, especially those who are closest to me and who are receiving emails. So we'll drink the milk of human kindness on behalf of almost each and every one, representing almost each and every one now and as soon as possible, as the Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary and past, present, future, and the milk of human kindness as Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary General, especially the focus on the 2 to 3 years breastfeeding for every holy baby girl and holy baby boy of my family, your family, and all our families put together as one family. I drink on behalf of almost each and everyone, representing almost each and everyone as soon as possible. Very delicious. As Milky Ways, Co-Secretary Generals, under solar, budding, blooming flowers, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretary. And now we have our elixirs of Passover and of Purim and Passover. I want to reconnect with you about this Queen Esther matter, but also that the name of Mariam is invisibilized in that story, and we believe that was the name of Queen Esther's mother. Yes, so it's connecting to our name. Mariama is Queen Esther's family. Okay, so let's understand that, and it's also connected to Vashti and all the other women of that story, Almestress, all of them. So let's drink on this, and we have our Passover, equally important. We have here the importance of Mariams of Nazareth and Magdala, but there were also other female kin there, as well as male kin, and we are bringing the entire family to the so-called, not last supper, but the beginning of a new millennial world as equal, and connecting it back to ancient Atlantis, where they would have met as a circle, and they would have had a round table, and they would have passed around the baton of leadership, just the way we have the new millennial world. So let's drink on behalf of all both of you. We also have our Soma of Vedic India and our Entheons of Eleusinian Mysteries and our cocoa chocolate of Native Americans, Anna Marie, Ma Patricia, and a lot more people. So let's drink on behalf of all both of each and everyone, representing all both of each and everyone now, and as soon as possible, it's Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary General, Co-Secretary. And I drink on behalf of all both of each and everyone, representing all both of each and everyone, very delicious, budding, blooming, marvelous miraculous, always growing and gardening in the heart lights of solar, Milky Way's light. And then we have a cup of water, and let's drink on behalf of all both and each and one to reclaim and sustain our planet Earth and all our Earths as the Equinox QQs, Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Secretary. And let's not forget how important this is, not take it for granted. We are the solar star stuff, as well as the words that you see on the cup. Drink on behalf of all, both in each and one, representing all, both in each and one, as soon as possible, as Equinox Recused Co-Secretary General SZPECIALL. Delicious, don't take it for granted. Now we have our cakes of adultery and culture. Now I hope that all of you, well, most of you, I know some, we've lost some people. We've lost some people from our family because of the interaction going on this list. There's people that could have not passed away that did pass away this year. Older women that are gone because you didn't bother to say anything to them about what I was doing, and they left the planet. They're in the Akashic record, though. They lived good lives, and they're in the Akashic record. So we can bring them back, but right now you're not showing any interest in them, so I do. So now let's celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days, past, present, future, as Equinox Recused, Co-Secretary General SZPECIALL, starting with our Shekinas and our young Shekinas, age 37s, thereabouts, and younger, past, present, future. And starting with our autumnal and our vernal and our autumnal equinoxes. And so you're going to celebrate your vernal equinoxes on birthdays, on my birthday. I'm going to give it to you. You're going to be there. We're going to do it. Okay? Definitely, you're going to have the time. I'm going to get all my work done before then. And you're definitely going to have the ability to come visit with me and a lot of daisy chains and gatherings and family reunions and with all of each other. So let's celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days as Equinox Recused, Co-Secretary General SZPECIALL. And let's do this again. Let's celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days as Equinox Recused, Co-Secretary General SZPECIALL, of the Milky Ways, of solar, marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming, rainbow light in us all, in all of us. Always marvelous and miraculous. And let's do our Purim cookie and Passover wafer. And so we have our Purim cookie and Passover wafer, and we want to say that we have this round cookie, not a triangulated one, suggesting hierarchical, diabolical roof wall, but a round one, gathering the women of that entire story, many whose names were invisibilized, into a circle to grant themselves parity. And we'll travel back to Passover and say, look, we're going to make this bread risen. Instead of a flatbread, everybody's rushing around, running away from patriarchal tyrants, and then reinstating patriarchy, making the same mistake again. Instead of doing that, we're going to make us all risen, and so our breads and our cookies are going to be rounded and oval, and have our risen breads for our females and our males. We have our risen round breads for the females and the risen oval breads for the males. Okay, and so that's what we do, and that's simple for what you can be and what you ought to be able to become, and maybe you're not going to become it, and you're going to instead throw yourself away for no reason, some of you, and then I can't stop you. I've given you the option. I really don't know what is the way to deal with the situation now. I haven't figured out what is the right way. I haven't figured it out, and I think some of you are in imminent danger. You've been splitting yourself to meet with the needs of the women that you know who are busy splitting the family. And as long as that's the case, I can't help you. I keep going along with women who are splitters instead of the one who's a uniter, then I can't help you. I just let you know that I'm here, and I will be here for you. And let's see. So we have the breads and cakes, and we also say that we remember the importance of the rice and the oats to represent different cultures and heritages. Thank you, Mother Nature. And then we also have the eggs of egalitarian culture. Whoop, I have to get them there in the refrigerator. I'll be right back. Okay, and remember, people see this broadcast and have heard your names many, many times. People from all over the world have seen and heard your names. Remember that. And so we have our eggs of egalitarian culture. And we, let me just, make our screen available again. Okay, and we have our eggs of egalitarian culture. Starts with one, calling the circle aware that the universe is a circle, it's a sphere. Then we have a multi-dimensional circle. Then we have a 2, like Lee and I on 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 3, like Patricia and Anne-Marie and I. Anne-Marie and I have done 2 at a time. Russ and Sylvia and I did 3-person. We can easily get that. Let's make it 4 to 7 women. Gather the women, have the circle, 7 to 11, and call, let's 7 women. And let's add the 11s are our young people also. So then we'll start with our women, gather them, co-anoint one another's co-secretary generals, co-secretaries, equinox Qs, and then our young people also join it. Let's get 5 young women, you have 5 young men under age 37 around that, and co-anoint them, have them co-anoint one another, have them recognize their mothers as goddesses, apotheosis made possible, equinox Qs by the new millennial golden rule. Okay, and we'll do that. And then we'll have the very good beginning of egalitarian society that's sustainable on this and all our planets. And then we have to just simply say that improves relationships every time women get together. So I've shown 2x for women. Every time women and men get together, sister cousins and cousin brothers. So then that brings that together. And also in a subset of that is egalitarian marriage, and that which we know is best, and not patriarchal marriage or the other formations that are occurring right now that are in minority are okay. There is probably some natural need for some levels of homosexuality, but the vast majority, in order for a society to sustain itself, should be enjoying egalitarian marriage and not being thwarted by the lack of family leave that we have and the lack of family cohesion that we have going on in the United States. And so we have that. We have the 2 men together representing men's relationships with egalitarian culture, another false hierarchy that makes men destroy each other. And then we have the 1 person, again, that's you. Each person has the ability to say parity, not patriarchy, past, present, future, as equinox Qs, co-secretary generals, co-secretaries. Okay. All right. We've done that, and then we want to do our consciousness currencies. So we have our consciousness currencies, and we have our let's say they represent our Venerian, Adelian, Morellian, Margilian, Silver Golden Kindian, Zalkinian, Feldmarian, Goldbergian, Kabbalian, Camarian, Millerian, Herstian, Herzogian, Sagan, Sweet Sagan, and many intertwining names, also Capadia and Gandhi, and Lee Winfrey, and Brannock Skakel and Fitzgerald, etc. All of those there, and of course Yancey Slate, Henri, Patricia, with all of the native names, all the native tribes coming together: Cheyenne, Lakota, Cherokee, Coquille, many more, all of them. And then we also have our Howell and Cassidy and all that. Okay, then we have our, so that's in the Akashic record, all of the women in the Akashic record. Then we have all of the women that are here with us right now. And so this record goes way back. It goes back thousands, millions of years, really. But we're thinking in terms of at least thinking of the women in our generation's last 2 or 3 generations that we can recall, and their names, and get their names. And so then we have our current generations of women, and they're extremely important, and they're not doing what they should be doing, and that's where we're all running into big trouble. They're mind programmed. These people are phantopic now. They're totally pushing their kids over the cliff by their division, isolation, ignoring me, ignoring each other, constantly making the same error. I don't know what to say. How to you know, I'm warning you. You're going to have curses. Your kids are paying for your price. You need to wake up, okay? And we have our younger people, females and males, age 37 and younger. Their rounds also, and all depicted. All of you so precious and valuable to the Mother, Father, Goddess, God, that you have no idea. A lot of energy went into making you, and you don't appreciate one another, connect with each other. That's a big mistake. So let's give you kisses so you begin to do that. And then we have our big branching family tree with all of our people here. We'll stay with some of the first names that we want to say. We have, of course, we start with this Harriet and Ray and Harriet, especially important, gathering the circle, give us a model of gathering people in a place where women do not have to be within a patriarchal structure. Ray was her home and her enterprise. No man was standing over her. She had no hierarchy there. She gathered the women. She worked with her daughter. There was this close relationship of cooperation as Harriet and Ray worked together. They raised Jacqueline there. There were other women who came in there, Lillian Gay and so forth. All of these people are very, very important, and we want to say them. But let's also say, of course, Hannah and Libertana Estrella and Castrova and Rada and Harriet and Ray and Harriet, Ray and Clara, Ray and Jacqueline. We've called Jacqueline today, yesterday, no, a few days ago, day after her birthday, and on her birthday, actually, briefly, and told her that we left a message for her and for her daughter-in-law, Diana, with her granddaughter, Sarah. Okay, she has the message. So there's a way for Diana to connect with me without my creating this environment where I'm going into a person who hardly knows me and rejects me anyway. So I don't know what to do with that. I keep trying to think that part of this scenario over what to do with her and how to assist her. And but so I am going through her daughter, and we also, so we remember Barbara, and we have remember Bessie. So did I say, before I get to them, let's say Jacqueline, we also have Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Grandma Marie, Grandma Popper, Grandma Dorothy, Lynn and Rachel, and then we have, let me should have started with Myrtle and Pearl and Marie and Rose, our Native American women, and there's more. There's Lynn's family here, Elizabeth and Ruth, another one there, and then I also, and I should mention some of the neighbors that I used to know here that have no longer in my neighborhood, but are very much in the universe, and then Ruth and Anne, and there's many, many more. So then we have, let's see, we have all of the Annies and Hortenses and Lillians and Deborahs. We have several Deborahs to remember, a Cookie, and there, and we also have, let's see, as I said, and then we have Hattie Mae and Lillian Gay and Gorgie and Sylvia. Of course, I think Sylvia is with us. Sylvia, we have Sylvia Light, though. We have Sylvia and Bonnie Light, and we have many, many more. There we have Malka and Shirley, very important to remember. We have a couple of Malkas and Shirleys to remember. Yeah, and so we have let's see. Van Skakel, so we have Rose and Jacqueline and Eunice, and we have another Dorothy and Victoria, Virginia, and many, many more. Then we have our current generations of women, so very important. Marion, well, let's start with Marion and Victoria and Mariama. Victoria and Mariama, Marion, Julia, Marie, and I. Jennifer, and Alexandra, Rachel, Jennifer, Juliana, and Francesca, Anne, another Anne, Ivanka, Ivy, a whole bunch of Margolian women, lots of them, and there's more. And then we already mentioned Jacqueline, okay, and then we also have here our Silver Golden Kindian women. We have Bacha, and Helene, and Sherry, and Arlene, and we also have Sally, and Deborah and Paula. And this is remembering also Leah and Thelma and Lillian and Ruby and Two Pearls. And then we also have our Zalkidian family, of course, Denise and Marcia, and also a whole bunch coming through the Solomon connection. So we have Robin and Linda, and there's more here that we, and then they kind of come into the Vaughan area, the high school. We have a lot of people there, the suites. We have, remember, Ione of the upper Akashic record. We have Nisa and Lynn, and we have many neighbors here. We have Georgine, we have Judy and May and Louise, and many more who we're remembering too, and including and Margaret and Temmie and many more that I know here. Vera of past neighborhood connections, and Sylvia, and there's a whole bunch that we can remember and include. There are yet with us. Arlene, there's more. And then we have our Feldmarian family. We're remembering Giselle and Dorothy. We have Andrea and Meredith and Cheryl and Merle and Susan, and many more there. And then we have let's see, who else do we have? And Susan, and we have we have Bernita and Oprah, Bernita, Patricia, Oprah, Alicia, and Krishnandra, and we have Kathleen, Carolyn, Megan and Carrie, and Maria, and we have Marjorie and Hillary. And we're going to be saying you a big thing about Hillary today. That's part of your family, but you haven't been acting like it, like you know it, and that's part of your family through the Margolian connection. Then we also have our young people, so very important, starting with our young women: Hadass, Rachel Marie, Daniel, Juliet, Stacy, Anastasia, Soma, Vanessa, Salia, Julia, Raquel, Julia, Lynn, and Sharon. We have April, Edith, Angeline, and Rosa. We have Hesperus and Athena, and we have Rebecca and Sandra, Abby, and the middle generation. I always forget to say, I don't know why. Mary, she's very important. Mary and Carrie, she's very important. And and there's other people here that I have not mentioned, but we want to definitely. And Donna and Diana, very important too. And so, you know, I've been afraid to go into a snare with Diana. I don't want to be ensnared in relationship to her. So I'm going through her daughter, but I keep mentioning her to you and all, and I want to make sure that everyone who knows us knows that I have offered the olive branch to her, and that there is no reason why she's not taking it, and that the biggest reason that I can think of is that Julie Emery is not taking it, and that's the reason. So, and she's not taking it because Georgina is not taking it. So you see, you have a ripple effect from people who are not trying. Let's fix that. Then we have so I said, and Abby and Sarah, and Aquarius, and many more. I need to say also Hillel, and Ashura, and Elisa. I said Stacy, Anastasia, Hillel, Ashura, Elisa, and Elisa, and Natalie, and so forth. Then we have our younger people, so very important, who are men, who are males. We have Yishai, Harlan, Luz, Laviz, Wesley, Marcel, Ross, Itani, Eric, Jared, Marcel, Brett, and many, many more. And then we all anoint one another as co-secretary generals, for us. The older women will come back through the stargates as younger women again, and then we have our older men will come through as younger men again. And more. Okay, and so let's give you all the big kisses. Did I give the consciousness first these kisses? I'm not sure if I gave the kisses. Yeah, I did give the kisses there. Let's give you the kisses here for the big family tree. All right, and then we have our Winston Towers group. I'm very, very worried about. Georgine was meant to be the bridge. She fell through. I don't know what to do about this situation now. There's no bridge here, and it's making the situation with Diana and Jacqueline very, very complicated. We have no neighbor, no neutral person who cares about all of the women. Can't do it. Doesn't connect with Anna Marie, Patricia. I'm not quite sure what to do with this. I'm thinking this through very carefully today. I'm asking God for additional time so I can think through this problem. But let's give each other big kisses. We have Mariama and Victoria and Mariama, Julie Emery and I. We have Georgine, and of course we have Vanessa Sali and Hamza Sadiz right there. And then all of the various people are arrayed of various branches that I've given you are all around there, include we have Rita Marilyn, we have Mindy, and we have many. We have Allison and other Margulian family there, and we have Feldmarian family, Andrea and Jamie and Robin, and all the various people. So let's include them all and give everyone kisses. And Marsha's right there too. All right, and then we have let's get back let's do again our big family tree and give the kisses again, because that group will not get anywhere until they keep this larger tree. And Ryan and Julie and Marie and Barbara and all these other people connect with Marion, and we have some connection going on, and so none of this is happening. So you're all asking for curses, so I hope they're not too bad. Let's give the big kisses. All right, and then we'll, of course, say, let's pick Parity, Paradisal, past, present, future. We pick Parity and start Patriarchy, and we'll become fresh like this fruit, rainbow colored, and we'll appreciate each other as Equinox QQs, co-secretary generals, closer for us on this and all our Paradisal planets, past, present, future, as rainbow colored, heart light, marvelous miraculous of esters, of Milky Ways, budding and blooming, marvelous miraculous, co-secretary generals, closer for us, Equinox QQs. And of course, we always want to say that we can be goddesses like Mary Poppins when we'll be putting those solar panels on everybody's home instead of chimneys that make soot. We're going to be saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings, all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth and our earth, past, present, future, is Equinox QQs, co-secretary generals, co-secretary. And we'll say it again. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the blessings and all the greetings of all the heritages of our earth and our earth, past, present, future, as Equinox QQs, co-secretary generals, co-secretary. All right, and so those are our ceremony today. I'm going to go send this again. You can call me 24/7. I'm expecting curses for a lot of the people I love. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't understand the resistance. I don't understand Georgine's resistance. I don't understand any of this anymore. I don't know. There's something I missed to do to motivate you. I can't figure out what it is. I'm trying to think. So in this moment, just know you can call me 24/7, and we're going to turn any curse into a blessing very, very quickly by making a 3-way call and a conference call out of it. Huge hugs, and I'll go ahead and send this right now.
Your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 2.